Okay, this is going to be your first piece of work for me. And logically, it's going to be something that does happen when you are employed. Quite often, when you're employed for the first time, you come into a company new. No one knows you. No one knows who you are. No one knows anything about you, what type of person you are. About all they have is on your covering letter and CV, which is likely to be historical information more than anything else, certainly on your CV. My brevet, my baccalaureate, my licence, my master's, my petit boulot. That tells something about what happened to you and what you did in the past. It doesn't actually tell anybody the type of person you are, what things you like doing, where you are particularly creative, where you are excited about something or other. It doesn't give any anecdotes to see what your sense of humour is. It doesn't give me any reason to actually want to come and meet you or be interested in saying, hey, why don't you come out for a drink and a meal with us on Friday night? So this is the situation. You've got the job, and on your first day, you go to the coffee machine. While you're at a coffee machine, your boss, the guy who interviewed you, arrives and says, hi there, remember me? I was the guy who gave you the job. Just call me Tony, okay? Actually, while I'm here, could you do me a favour? What I really want is for you to write a profile, a personal, professional profile that I can put on the company's website and circulate around the office or in the company magazine so that everybody can get to know you. Your colleagues, your subordinates, your bosses and managers, and indeed our clients, performers, artists, whoever it happens to be. So it needs to be written in English. It needs to be very, very clearly written. It does not need or want to be, it must not be boring. It must be something that's about you and who you are, the type of person you are, what you do, what you like, what enthuses you. Maybe it tells a little bit of your history. Maybe it tells a little bit about your qualifications, but it is not a dry and boring CV résumé. Okay? This is something that should make people want to chat to you around the coffee machine as I'm chatting to you now. Okay? So, can you keep it to 2 pages? Not 1.5. I want 2 full pages of A4. I want it produced on a computer. I would like it produced in a Word format, please. I would like it to be in 12 point, mostly, obviously headings and things like that you can make bigger, but basically 12 point. I would like you to use some photographs if you feel that's appropriate. 2 pages of text can be far too heavy, but what I don't want is 3 half-page photographs and a tiny little bit of English as a footnote at the bottom. I would like this balanced. Remember, you're in the cultural milieu. You are in a particular situation which is very intent on the idea of promotion. So it's got to look good on the page. It's not just the English, it's the use of space. It's maybe the use of colour or background. It's maybe the positioning of images. It's maybe how you express yourself. In this case, it doesn't need to be too formal a language. It is not a covering letter. It's not a CV. This is you trying to get yourself and your personality across to your colleagues and to your clients in as attractive a way as possible. Attractive in the way that it looks and attractive in the way that it reads. Okay? So that's what I would like you to do. It's going to go straight on the company's website. It's going to go around the office as an attachment and in the company magazine. No one is going to edit it. You are in sole charge of this. No one is going to change it, improve it, or correct it. So it has to be credible, and I want you to use all the appropriate tools at your disposal to do this. I do not want you to use translation tools because they are rubbish. They make lots of mistakes and they cover up you and your personality, and they cover up your ability to write in coherent English. But I do want you to use the spell check facility in Word, change the language to English. I do want you to download the very simple and free copy of Grammarly and to install it and to choose English as a language so that there is no excuse for basic mistakes in English grammar or spelling, because Grammarly tells you there's an error, it tells you what the correction is, and it even gives you the rule that you need to learn to avoid this happening again in the future. So I definitely do want you to use those so that this goes out to your colleagues and our clients in as accurate a way as is possible. Okay, so there we go. There's the instructions for you for your first piece of work, a personal profile. What I will get you to do also is to read part of it. Doesn't have to be all of it by any means. I would like you to do an audio file, to choose 5 or 10 lines of your own work. It could be the beginning, could be the middle, could be the end, etc. And to read it to me so that I can also hear your English. So I would like those 2 pages written, and I would like a very brief audio file that you can email to me that I can then listen to pick up issues to do with your pronunciation in English. Okay, there we go. There's your instructions for you. If there's anything that's not clear, these instructions will also appear on my website, in addition to which you have the opportunity clearly to email me. Over to you. I very much look forward to receiving the material, and please make sure it comes in to me emailed to my email address, tjolley@gmail.com. That's TJOLLEY @gmail.com. Okay, and it should be there by the date that I'm giving you, the date limite, because of course in the real world there are publication dates. You arrive a day after, I'm sorry, the magazine's been printed, you'll have to wait to the next quarter, which is pointless because, of course, by that time, most of your colleagues will know who you are and an introduction will be pointless. So please respect the deadline. Thank you very much. I look forward to receiving the profile, from which I hope to learn a lot about you as a person, about your use of English in written form, and also your pronunciation and your voice. How is the English music that you use? For example, my wife would say something like, the French would say, Elizabeth is going to the market. Whereas in English, we would say, Elizabeth is going to the market. We don't go right the way up. We don't go right the way down. We don't sing. We tend to be, we take the top out and the bottom out. So we say Elizabeth is going to the market. Okay, so I'm interested in listening to your spoken English. I would also strongly suggest when you have done the piece of work, you read all of it out loud to yourself. Because if you read it with your eyes on screen, trust me, you miss half of the errors. If you read it out loud, you hear the errors bouncing back off the walls, and you can pick those errors up, puzzle them out, and correct them. I would think that 40% of all errors students make in written work could easily be corrected by a simple read-through à haute voix. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. Good luck with it. And I look forward to learning a lot about you and your English through this simple initial exercise. Thank you very much.